How did you feel like when you learned that you were going to be the protagonists of After?
Do you want to go?
I felt very lucky to have been cast. You know, very fortunate to be a part of something which has such a passionate fan base. I don't know if I was scared. I don't know what I was most scared of.
I was going to say, yeah, my agent first told me that I didn't get the part, and I said, you wouldn't invite me out to a cafe with you to say that, and he was like, yeah, you got the part. And I was really excited, obviously, and I think you just want to get stuck in, you just want to, it's just the anticipation before it starts is the only kind of annoying bit, and you just want to jump in the deep end.
Anna, how did you receive the news that the book was going to be turned into a film? Did you set any conditions, any specific requirements? How did you get involved in the whole project, and how did you feel with all of this?
The way it came to be a film was a little untraditional. I actually got the film rights sold before the book was even published. Which was a little strange, and then it kind of sat for a while, and then when I realized this time that it was happening, I don't know, I just went straight into the technical parts of it. I didn't really take time to like kind of celebrate. I mostly was like, okay, well, we need to do this and this and this. I was a producer on the film, so I was very, very involved. It's been really fun to learn how to make a movie. I got kind of like a crash course in filmmaking this summer. So, yeah.
Your opinion is on the story told by After, and how have you felt in the shoes of these characters?
What my opinion is?
Yeah.
I mean, well, I liked it. That's why I took the job.
Yeah, I think it's I think we say this a lot, but the timeless love story is obviously never gets old, and it's told in a refreshingly realistic way that doesn't shy away from a lot of the things that other films in the same vein do shy away from.
And the second part was how we felt in the shoes of the character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things about Tessa's character that I connected to, so it felt, yeah, so I don't know, it felt okay.
Yeah, I felt a responsibility to make sure I got it right for the fans who know the character so well, but I was very confident that we would do that with Anna by my side.
Know what you feel right now that the movie is about to be released?
Bit tired. Excited. I think we're just right now having a lot to do of this kind of stuff. We take it a day at a time, but I think the closer we get, the more realistic it gets, and we actually have time to think about it, because now I don't think we're sparing much thought for the premiere. My mind's in the next half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think eventually it will hit us. It'll be the next day, and yeah.
Yeah, same. I'm really excited for people to see it.
Would you say it has been to make a film with Hero and
I'd say just the fact to have someone else with you in the same position, like with the fact both of us and you to having a role this size to carry, to have someone else to do it with you is really helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean we both came into this sort of on the same page, like it being our first lead thing, so that was really great to be going on like the same journey together.
And what do you like the most from Spain?
I've been to Spain a few times. I haven't been to Madrid in a while. I love the football you guys play, and the weather and the people and the food.
I've never been to Spain. It's so beautiful. I'm obsessed with the streets and the cobblestone and just the atmosphere.
Yeah, I've been here a few times. It's the people and the food, and everything is so beautiful.
Why do you think that Tessa and Hardin draw so much from literature? Do you think that it is a way to sort of get young people interested in the novels that are mentioned in the book and the film?
It wasn't really intentionally like that. They just, I think it's a mixture of me being clearly really into reading, and I've always loved classic novels, so it felt like just this natural thing. I knew that I wanted him, especially, she was already a bookworm in my head, but I've never really read a romance where the guy is like, not, I wouldn't say smart, because there are some romances where the guys are smart, but well read and really does well in school. I wanted to have a really intelligent male and female character, and then I just feel like there's so many parallels in their relationship with so many classic novels that it was really easy to make those comparisons, and it was fun to have them bond over that because they're so different, and books can bring, just like film can bring anyone together. So it wasn't really a conscious choice, but I'm glad I did it now because it has made more people read classic novels.
Is there a sequel? Is it already in progress, film-wise? And in the Spanish trailer, it ends by saying that after, nothing will ever be the same. What do you mean by that? Why is nothing the same?
Well, that started with the book, like kind of a tagline, just that neither of their lives are the same, which is kind of where the title came from, of like after each other they're different. But the sequel, I mean, in some ways it's in works, but other ways we just won't know until the movie's out, and hopefully everyone goes to watch it, and we'll have sequels, but it's not really up to us at this point. It's up to you guys watching.
Speak a little Spanish?
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Buenos dias.
Un momento, por
Buenos
favor.
We'll learn more, we'll come back.
Yeah.
How do you feel by seeing that your story is being turned into a movie? And were you inspired by any real people around you when you wrote the story?
Yeah. Pretty much everything I have ever written has so much inspiration from other people and parts of myself, even if I don't realize it when I'm writing it. And how did I feel? I mean, it's a weird thing. I feel like when we see the film with an audience, it'll feel different, but for now we've just been kind of working. So I feel like I haven't taken the time to really realize that my book has become a film because I've been so busy making it. So I feel like once I'm in an audience with fans and can feel their excitement, then it'll feel real, but for now it's just kind of the anticipation of what's going to happen kind of overclouds that.
Any anecdote from the shooting? Anything that you can share with the viewers? Also, Anna, how was she involved, or anything that she can tell us about the shooting?
Maybe I'll go with the bike.
The bike.
Okay, because we're really struggling with the anecdotes. There was this bike that Tessa rides, and it was literally the worst bike in the world. The seat would swivel like 300, that's not even degrees, 360 degrees. It was stiff, the tyres weren't pumped, I couldn't steer it, it was
Loud.
awful.
Super loud.
So that's our anecdote.
And that's why mostly she's walking the bike, not riding it.
I hated that bike.
It's bad. I feel like you deserve a car.
I
in the
want
next
to burn that bike.
Those watching us from Spain and Latin America, sending greetings and hellos to all of you. Also, people from Australia saying that you should go to Australia. Can you define in a few words each one of your characters? And Anna, can she define also briefly the two main characters of the story?
Emotional, complicated. Help me out.
Impulsive.
Yeah,
Smart.
that's 4.
Charming.
Combative.
5, 6.
Argumentative.
You pick 3.
Intelligent. What's the word for strong sense of self? Like strong
sense of
Right,
self.
yes. Strong sense of self, intelligent, and what's that personality thing that I'm trying to describe? Determined. Maybe, I don't know. I'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean all of those words. Organized, smart.
We can't do it in a few words.
And
So
it's
no, that's
complicated.
my answer. Can
Yeah.
I? No, I can't.